Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so very much for really making the time. I felt last night really evaluating the situation of really what happened a few days ago in the city of Johannesburg. I realize this matters of national interest. As much as it's an issue that only happened in the city of Johannesburg, to a large extent, I thought it appropriate that after this meeting today, that we call the media immediately to assist in disseminating the information to our people. This feedback is to really give you on the storm damage and the decision we've taken as a city of Johannesburg after extensive consultation. The aim of the meeting was to hold further discussion on assistance provided by the city to communicate to affected communities of last week's violent storm, which caused extensive damage to properties in the south and west of Johannesburg, including areas such as Protea Glen, Lowly, Bramfisherville, Slovo Park, Snake Park, Dorenkop, Tepisong, Rugby Club Informal Settlement, Meadowlands, Westbury, Alexander, Lefureng, and Fleurhof. From the beginning of this crisis, it has been clear that the damage caused by the storm, the city of Johannesburg alone cannot hope to address the needs of those affected alone. Indeed, to date, 3,152 households are said to be affected. Based on ongoing inspections and evaluations, damage to the properties throughout the city is currently estimated to be close to 186 million rands. As city personnel continue to assess the damage, this number, without any doubt, is expected to rise. In the main, the damages included failing roofs, collapsing property boundary walls, and household extensions. The affected structures are said to be between 1 to 20 years old. Some of them as early as 1 year old. In most cases, roofing on properties had been partially lifted off the structures by strong winds. Several homes had the entire roofs removed, unfortunately, during the storm. It should be noted that some of the houses affected by the storm did not have fascia boards or gathering on their structures, which normally plays a role in preventing wind from entering roof structures. Given the damage to the city of the Disaster Management Act and the following an extensive consultative process with stakeholders and the Gauteng Provincial Disaster Management Center, I have taken the decision that the city must declare a local state of disaster. The city has begun an engagement with the provincial and national government as part of this process. To address the challenge faced by communities following the storm, the city, working with provincial government and civil society organizations, has instituted a number of interventions in order to provide the available relief to those affected residents. The city's Group Risk Advisory Services will continue to conduct a full risk assessment of the damage caused by the storm. Further to this, the city's Group Risk Advisory Service will also conduct an investigations into the quality of some of the buildings which collapsed as a result of this storm. Particularly, 1, identify the identity of contractors involved in the construction of some of these buildings and houses. 2, the city's role in issuing certificates of occupation which affirm the safety of these buildings. And lastly, the role of financial institutions such as lenders and banks who had funded construction of some of these poor